a service of CNC Worldwide.
CNC Podcasts are a service of CNC News and brought to you by the Greece Chamber of Commerce, providing more than 800 member companies with business solutions since 1984. A state Supreme Court justice in Albany has ruled the final 2 sealed volumes of the official investigation into the Attica prison uprising can be released, minus some grand jury testimony. The 1971 prisoner riot and the retaking of the prison remain America's most violent prison incident. 11 staff and 32 inmates were killed, most of them shot by officers during the storming of the prison yard. State Attorney General Eric Schneiderman has pushed to unseal the last 2 volumes of the 1975 Meyer Report on Attica. The State Police Benevolent Association is opposed. Rochester police have made 2 arrests in connection with this week's fatal shooting on Genesee Street. The RPD says 19-year-old Raleigh Coffey and 26-year-old Victor Martin of Rochester. Both have been charged with second-degree murder and first-degree robbery. Both pleaded not guilty in court. Ronald Stern of Holly died and Earl Cartwright of Kent was injured when both men were shot outside a house on Genesee Street at Hopkins Alley. They were there to do an estimate on a home repair job. Stern was dead by the time help arrived. A 16-year-old Rochester boy is charged with third-degree arson for setting Thursday morning's fire at a vacant apartment building on East Main Street. The Rochester Arson Task Force arrested Patrick Nishuti for causing the 2-alarm fire. Investigators credit citizens with assisting them. Heavy fire and smoke was coming from the attic of the 3-story building when firefighters arrived. The building was heavily damaged. 1 firefighter was injured. Federal authorities have charged an Iranian man with selling software pirated from Eastman Kodak Company. The U.S. Attorney's Office says Navid Salavaziri of Tehran set up an official-looking website called KodakPrintergy.com and offered Kodak's Printergy Evo software for sale. An undercover FBI agent bought a copy for $1,500. Kodak verified it was an unauthorized but full-featured copy of its computer-to-plate software for high-volume commercial printing. It usually lists for $345,000. Salavaziri was arrested in Virginia. He'll be brought to face the charges in federal court in Rochester. Postal workers protested in front of the Staples on East Ridge Road yesterday, just one of 50 locations nationwide where mail sorters, clerks, and carriers put on blue T-shirts and rallied against a Postal Service pilot program that puts U.S. mail counters into selected stores. The Postal Service says its deal with Staples is meant to provide more customer convenience and help generate business for the U.S. mail. Postal workers say it's an attempt to bust their union and replace jobs that pay a living wage with untrained store clerks. The Rochester area Staples stores are not actually part of the pilot program. Firefighters at the Greater Rochester International Airport were called out yesterday morning when a plane struck a bird on takeoff, had to return to the airport. The regional jet landed without incident. Nobody was hurt. The incident is under investigation. And the Buffalo Gills have shut down the cheerleading squad until further notice, days after 5 former Gills filed suit against the Buffalo Bills football team. The former cheerleaders say they were paid less than minimum wage and were subjected to degrading treatment. Your next CNC podcast is whenever you click on one of these pages and catch one. We post updates during the day as necessary, and I'm Bud Lowell, CNC News.